People, it is Boxing Day. It is the Premier League. Surprise, surprise, the Prem is back. We have been waiting for this for over a month now, but it's back. Less than an hour, 45 minutes. We will be able to watch the first game. Thank you, everybody that is tuning in. Thank you, everybody that is joining me today. I hope you can see me well. I hope you can hear me well. I hope you're going to enjoy this stream. I will be here with Daps, and then we'll be joined by Eagle soon to talk about what is going to happen. Can Arsenal stay on top with 8 points, knowing that City will play later tomorrow, I think, or after tomorrow? But also, can Spurs catch up with Newcastle, who play Leicester away at the 3 o'clock? Make sure also, sorry, I'm really sorry about that, because I actually went, I didn't notice that I didn't go live, and I kept talking for about 10 minutes, and it was so funny because I'm checking the broadcast, and I didn't click live. I just started going about talking about everything, but then I did not go live. It's absolutely funny. Big up to everybody that is here. I want to ask you guys something. Make sure to hit that like button for me, please, if you just joined me. And make sure to subscribe if you want to join the live chat. City play Wednesday. Good. Thank you for letting me know. And today is my last day in the studio of Never Fall. I'm a little bit sad that I'm leaving, but I will go to meet my wife. Oh, I haven't seen my wife for about like a month or something, more than a month. But make sure to check NAF Watchalongs. Myself and Daps today at the 3 o'clock will have Leicester Newcastle Watchalong along with all the other games. We'll be with you for the other games. If you like Watchalongs, you make sure to, in the description, the channel is there. Just go subscribe if you haven't. I know a lot of you guys haven't subscribed yet, so go help us out. But anyway, I hope you can hear me well. I hope you can see me well. I hope the screen is lit with Never Fall. I hope you like this new thing that we're doing with the overlay and all the stuff that is happening in the screen. I know a lot of stuff, the live chat, I know the boxes, I know the board game, and also make sure to check out that board game. There's a QR code on the screen. Make sure to check that out. Check that out because you can up to 77% from these games. They are Premier League games, also City, United, club games, Champions League, but it's great. Thank you, everybody that is hopefully you had a good Christmas. More from Uncle Sharma. Yes, I did have a good Christmas. It was great. AK the legend, you're leaving the channel, Mo. I'm actually not. I will be going back to America, but I will be streaming from there. I'm not leaving it. Why would I leave the channel? It's my home, everybody. Daps, I swear to God, I know you guys don't believe me. 10 minutes I was talking, and then I realized I'm not live. I realized I'm not live. But anyway, let me see who's in the comments. Let me start by one thing. Thunder Road, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. And Ed is saying, get those likes up. Yes, people. And then big up to Cass and the panel. Cass is not going to be here with us, but it's me and Daps. Eagle will be joining me later today. Sid is here with me. Thank you, Sid, for joining.
Hi, honey, I'm home.
Looking forward to the Boxing Day cracker. Yes, it is Brentford. Spurs coming on in about 45 minutes. Then the 3 o'clock game. Then I forgot to mention that it's Aston Villa against Liverpool. Liverpool are playing away. Can they bounce back from the defeat against City? Can they bounce back? Can they keep in touch with the top four? That's what we want to talk about. That's what we're going to talk about with it. 13 minutes late. Big up, more exciting for Boxing Day. Sophia saying, thank you, Sophia, for tuning in. I saw your comment the other day. Phenomenal that you're here with us. Phenomenal that you found us. I actually found you as well. And I joined your stream, I think, the other day when you were doing Man United, City, Liverpool or something. But big up, Sophia, for being here. We aim playing tomorrow. It's the 28th. Yes, City are playing Wednesday. Never Fall. Thank you so much, Wolves F1. Mo, we play Leeds. Hey, Chelsea. It's Chelsea United tomorrow. You know, Uncle Sharma say, Daps just joined me.
Hey guys.
You are leaving the channel, Mo. I'm just leaving the UK. I'm going on a holiday.
He's not leaving the channel.
Does anybody believe Mo excuse? So hear me out.
Marge what?
Very weird, okay? I start.
Hi, Mark, by the way.
Hello, how are you? Merry Christmas. This is weird. I start broadcasting and I started talking. I played the intro and I started talking 10 minutes. Then I'm looking at the analytics and I'm not live. 10 minutes I'm talking, I'm not live.
I wonder why you weren't responding
I
to
did
messages.
not click live. And it was absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I was thinking,
10
why is he
minutes
not
I'm
responding?
talking.
'Cause you weren't responding to my messages, and I'm looking on YouTube going, well, he ain't live, so I don't know what's going on. Do you want a Jaffa cake? Hold tight, everyone. Sorry, I can't see what's on the screen, Mo.
Igal is here with...
Is it possible for me to see what's on the screen?
Yes, absolutely. I'm just going through the comments. I'm going to go back to the comment, people.
Hold tight, everyone that got one of these at Christmas. Sorry, by the way, I've literally just arrived back from my mum's, literally. So, do you want a Jaffa cake?
No, maybe.
Right,
maybe.
So when I got these on Christmas Day, Mo was at my mum's with me on Christmas Day, and I was like, "Oh, Jaffa cakes," and I
was silent. I was sitting
Mo
back
was
like
sat
this.
there quietly, and I was like, "Do you know what Jaffa cakes are, Mo?" And he was like, "Absolutely, I'm the one that ate the 2 packs at your house."
I was eating them with coffee in the morning. That was my breakfast. That was my breakfast every day.
Well, you know, you can blame that on me, I guess.
Right. But anyway, people in the comments, let me.
So they're only coming little packs.
There's
There's a pack. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I'll take one for my wife, actually. 10 cakes. My wife would love
get me different flavors as well.
Yeah, we got 50 people already with us.
Lovely.
Hey, I need the likes to go up to 50 people. I need the likes to go up to 50, please. I'm not sure if Igal is going to join us or not, but hopefully he will. I'm waiting for him. Yeah.
He said to me that he's just got to do his grocery shop, but that his shop is 1 minute walk. Okay. And then he'll be with us. So,
yeah. I'm going to get up a little bit. And you're still on the screen, Daps. It is. Keep talking to people.
Well, I hope everyone's had a good Christmas. But now Christmas is out the way. It's Boxing Day, and we all know what Boxing Day means. A day of football. We have the 12:30 kickoff, which is Brentford. Is it Brentford's?
It's Spurs. Brentford Spurs.
Brentford Spurs. Yeah. Brentford Spurs. Then we've got the 3 p.m. games, which we've got Leicester, Newcastle,
Crystal Palace, Fulham, Everton, Wolves, and Southampton, Brighton.
And then we've got the 5:30 game.
Aston Villa, Liverpool. This is the big game. If Liverpool don't win, I don't think they're going to catch up to the guys before the 19 games mark. It's very important to catch up with the top 4 before halfway.
And this is the key. It's not halfway yet.
It's not. It's only 14 games. Yeah. I know we'll say it's game week 17, but the most the people have played are actually 15 games, which is Newcastle. Yes, and Spurs. But anyway, people, all I want to say is we're here in the studio. I'm happy to be here. I'm waiting for Igal. I'm going to let you talk. I have to get up and do something.
Okay.
And you're with the people. Is Tony still allowed to play? That is something I don't know. We can check the lineups.
Yeah. Do you know what? That is a very good point.
Daps is going to check the lineups. But anyway, people, make sure, again, I'm going to do it again. You see that like button that just showed up on the screen? I need you to hit that like. Most team at 12:30. Most coach at 12:30, not most team. Okay. I slandered. Go back to the streams I did with Cass. Okay.
Where he's playing.
I slandered.
He's playing. Ivan Toney's playing. Is allowed to play.
Absolutely.
Ivan Toney. So I can give you the lineups right now.
Yes.
So the lineup for Brentford is, excuse my pronunciations, David Raya in goal, Zanka, Pinnock, and Ben Mee across the back. Then they've got Rasmussen, Norgard, Jensen, and Rico Henry in the middle. And then they've got Ivan Toney and Mbumo up top. So Ivan Toney is playing. Now, as for Tottenham, ready for the Tottenham lineup. Let me have are there any surprises? Yes, I think there might be one. Mo, who would you expect playing in the back for Tottenham?
Sanchez.
Nope.
Okay. Dyer.
Yep.
I know who's playing the back. Davis.
Nope.
Okay. Emerson Royal.
Nope. So the back three is Eric Dyer, Linglet, and Tanganga.
Okay.
Tanganga, yeah. And then in the middle, they've got Perisic, Basuma's starting, Højbjerg's starting, Doherty's starting. Then they've got Son, Kulusevski, and Kane up top. It is a bit of a different lineup for them, I guess. Tanganga coming in at the back, surprising me a little bit. But Sanchez is on the bench, Emerson's on the bench, Davis is on the bench. So, yeah, is what it is. Yep, no problem. No problem. I'll do that in a second, though. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone has had a very good Christmas. Hope everyone's got everything they wanted. What are your predictions for today? If I'm being completely 100 with you, I would expect a Liverpool win. People are saying they're thinking Liverpool could drop points against Villa. Not me. Not me. I think Liverpool need to bounce back. I think they will bounce back. I think Tottenham will win. I expect a Newcastle win. I don't really expect, and here's the big one for me, and we'll speak on it when Agal joins us. But Mo was saying he thinks that Arsenal drop points today. Now, here's my thinking. I don't think Arsenal drop points today. I don't think the Gabriel Jesus missing will be as big an initial impact as people are saying, right? Here's my thinking. If you go back to, I think it was 2 seasons ago when Van Dijk was injured. Was it 2 or 3? I think it was 2. Sorry, Igal, if you can hear us, could you mute just quickly? Yeah, and we're going to bring you in very shortly. Cheers. So Igal's with us, people. But here's my thinking on the Arsenal situation. If we go back to 2 or 3 years ago when Van Dijk got injured and everyone's like, that's it, Liverpool going to drop off. If you remember, they didn't drop off initially. The injury to Van Dijk did not cause an impact initially. And I think it's going to be very similar with Arsenal. I think the Gabriel Jesus missing thing won't be an impact straight away. I think it's all about what other injuries happen, what other squad rotation has to happen. Otherwise, I do think Arsenal might be able to ride out the Jesus thing, but Igal stays on top of the. Sorry, Mo, Igal's here as well.
Yes.
Yeah, just climb over there. He's on mute. So I think Arsenal are going to ride the wave, to be honest with you. But I do expect if there are other changes that need to be made, then that will be when the issues happen. If you let me know when we can bring him in.
Yeah, it's going to be a second. I just need to fix it.
Keep smashing those lights, people. As for Tottenham, can you see any sort of surprise with Tottenham today?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I can see Brentford winning.
Ivan Toney starting
festive time, and Ivan Toney starting gives them boost. I feel like they will be able to get a result.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I think there's relevance to it being Christmas time because when Man United lost their first game to Brighton, I said to Cass on the stream, I was with you, and I said, the last thing you want is for your second game of the season to be away at Brentford, 5:30 kickoff on a Saturday, right?
Yes.
It's your first game in the capital. You're having to travel down there. They're going to be up for it. It was a beautiful hot day, and we saw what happened. Now, with Brentford today, it is their first game back. These Brentford fans have had. And let me remind you, people, I know first-handed, the last time I was at the Etihad, the last time Manchester City played in the league was against Brentford, and we lost 3-1, right? So Brentford have been waiting for this day. These Brentford fans have been waiting. They're on a high. They went out on a high. Today, it's at Brentford as well, isn't it? It's at Brentford. It's at Brentford. Those fans are going to be up for it. So, yeah, do you know what? The more you say it, but Kane has something to prove.
Yes, 100%.
Son has to bounce back.
Yes. We're going to bring Igal in right now. Igal, you can unmute You can talk to us. You can chat with us.
What are you guys saying? Can you guys see me properly, or is
Yeah,
it?
we can see you all
Absolutely.
good, man.
Yeah, because I'm not in the same place I usually am. I'm sitting in my bedroom. But
No,
yeah,
that's fine. We can see you, we can hear you. It's all good, man.
I fully agree with you, man. People think Arsenal's a one-man team, and it's like the moment Jesus is out, everything's gonna capitulate. And then but those same people are the first people to make fun of Jesus when he wasn't scoring goals in 9 games. So it's like, make up your mind. He is an important player, but at the same time, is he the be on and end all to all our victories? No, it's a system. And at the end of the day, if we had multiple injuries throughout our spine and multiple injuries throughout our first team, then it would be a problem. Today versus West Ham, I'm not concerned at all. But going back to the Tottenham game, I think Tottenham are going to wipe the floor with Brentford. Let's be
You
honest.
think?
Yeah, I think Tottenham are going to wipe the floor with Brentford. I'm just looking at that team. I'm looking at that Tottenham team, and I'm saying to myself, you got Kulusevski, Son, and Kane back together. They got their midfield.
That's true. That's true.
So it's like,
Yeah.
goals might have been their problem, but with Kulusevski, Son, and Kane, I don't think they're going to have struggle. They're going to struggle. And also, Matt Doherty is an attacking threat from that right flank. He's not Emerson Royale.
But
So,
don't you think that it's kind of like the festive period, Brentford Stadium, with Kane's psychological now after the World Cup and all the stuff that happened with him, and also Bentancur going out the first round of the World Cup, Eric Dyer not getting a minute, with Romero, okay, their superstar center back is not there. Hugo Lloris losing the World Cup. You don't think that all of this? I'm not. Who's starting in goalkeeper? I don't know.
for who? For Tottenham?
Yeah,
Oh no, Fraser Foster.
exactly. I think Fraser Foster. I like Fraser Foster. I like him. I'm not. I actually rate him as a goalkeeper, but I think that there's a lot of psychology going on with this Tottenham teams. A lot. Matt Doherty, his first.
I think Tottenham are going to score goals. If they can stop the other team from scoring goals, that's going to be the issue. Because when it comes down to it, you're right. They have a lot of changes in the back line. They got Eric Dyer, Longley, Tanganga, and there's no Hugo Lloris and there's no Christian Romero. But at the same time, are Brentford going to be able to break down Tottenham? Because if Tottenham get ahead, they're just gonna shut up shop. They're gonna forget about playing football and they're just gonna play defense the whole game.
Yeah, but about that though, do you really believe in this Tottenham defense at all?
No, I think their defense is terrible, but I'm banking on their attack to get them enough goals where Brentford can't beat them today. But I think if I was to say anything, Tottenham could drop 2 points. I don't see them dropping all 3 points. I don't think so. I think the teams that could potentially drop points are Chelsea, and I think the other team that could potentially drop points is I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, Chelsea are the big standouts of the team that I could see get an upset today.
Also, so I want to move on from Tottenham a little bit and talk about one of the, in my opinion, the top 4 contenders, which is Newcastle against Leicester away. So Newcastle, can they continue this form? Can they continue what they did before? Can they continue this form? What do you think about that?
I'm looking at Newcastle and I'm saying to myself, they're kind of an anomaly because we don't know how much they're going to be able to spend. We don't know how much they're going to get investment in January. I think if they go and they splash the cash in January and they add a couple more pieces, they could definitely be up and about the top 4 battle come the end of the season. Now, this game versus Leicester, I expect them to win, but Leicester at home, and at home they might be a different animal. So it's going to be a close Newcastle win today, but they definitely can get into the top 4. And I have them finishing above Manchester United and Chelsea personally.
Newcastle.
Yes, I have Newcastle finishing 5th at best.
I actually have Newcastle finishing 4th or 3rd.
So who misses out?
Because I think that in January, if they get Madison and they get another maybe left winger,
do you know what?
To maybe because Alan Saint-Maximin is not always fit and they had to play Willock there.
Do you know?
I think Madison and a left winger, they will do okay.
Do you know what? So going back to the summer, Mo, going back to when we were predicting the league, yeah? And admittedly, I didn't see Newcastle maybe breaking the top 4 because at the time, if you go back to the summer, it was all about City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, Spurs, Chelsea, yeah? The 6. But I was saying every time we did our predictions, I was saying I predict Newcastle will be the team to break the top 6. I don't know who drops out of it, but I think Newcastle will break the top 6. And it was based on their form from January to May, right? They were third based on that form. I said they've got a couple of players, Botman, the keeper, Pope, thank you. The fact that St. Maximin seems to be now starting to really cook. The fact that Bruno had been there longer. The fact the manager had been there longer. And I said, I can see them, if they continue this form, breaking top 6. But the key, I said, would be January. And then when it got to about October time, I said, if Newcastle maintain this form into January, and basically by the end of October, it's like they will, because the World Cup's coming. They're now going into January third, right? Their board are looking at the league position and going, we are ahead of our curve. We expected to maybe break top 6 this season, yeah? They're currently looking at it in January saying, do you know what? We're third.
Yeah.
Now's time to invest some more money, because imagine if we get Champions League football 2 seasons ahead. So now you're spot on. I think it's very important about what they do in January, but they can't bring, and this is the key. Hold on, let me finish. This is the key for me as a City fan. They can't do, which is what we did, right?
Okay.
Hold on, let me finish, please, Mo. I know you want to jump in, but what they have to do is, one of the things I think is very important at Newcastle at the moment, and we have to be clear also, St. Maximin, Isaac haven't been playing much, is they have to keep the balance of the team, because this team seems like a team right now that are playing for one another. They can't go out and buy a couple of superstars that change the whole dynamics of the dressing room. So they have to spend wisely still. But if they get 1 or 2 experienced members to come in and just strengthen that squad a little bit, I think Newcastle could finish in the top 4. I think it. And again, you said about, who was it, that Liverpool? If Liverpool don't catch up by the 19th game,
yes,
I think if Newcastle go into the 19th, 20th game and are still in the top 4, they've got to start believing.
yes.
I'll just say
Gal, before you go on,
this.
last year, your team, the top 4 were not actually the ultimate goal. You just wanted to improve before. And then suddenly you found yourself in a top 4 position. And January came and left. And who did you add in January last year?
No one.
Exactly. Do you think Newcastle will learn from this? And then at the end, you came in short, basically, from top 4. Do you think Newcastle is the same situation now?
Yeah, that's a really
if January comes in and 19 games and they are already in the top 4, they will say, okay, hold on. Arsenal last year did not invest enough. Maybe that's why they came short.
Yeah.
They will learn from this.
I don't think Newcastle is in a similar situation to Arsenal. This is a Newcastle team that has never been in top 4 in about like near past a decade now. So when you look at it from that perspective, this is
different business model.
But none of his players play Champions League. The team, Arteta,
no,
and the whole team that were last year there, they actually didn't play Champions League.
But my point, let's move away from the club. Is them getting into Europe is their objective. Them getting top 4 might not be Newcastle's objective. Where Arsenal, we had similar objectives. Our objective was to get into Europe. And since we had an opportunity to get top 4 at the end of the season, we were quite upset that we didn't get Champions League. But I don't think one bit Newcastle and their owners are saying this is the season where we get Champions League football.
No. Igal, you're spot on. But you're spot on. That's why I'm saying they're ahead of the curve. But let me tell you now. You know this, Igal. Listen, do you think Saudi Arabian owners, are not thriving? Do you think if they see the opportunity, right? Right now they're third. If at the end, right now, the owners will be like, the owners and even the people running the club, will be looking at it going, hold on a second, this is sensational. We expected us to be here. But we're here. They won't want to drop off. Like, they don't want to be, listen, bro, if Saudi Arabia ever becomes a poorer country, they won't be happy. They want to be the best. So now they're third. They won't be wanting to be fifth.
I think we're looking at it the wrong way. We're looking at it, can Newcastle make top 4? I'm asking you guys, can Chelsea or Manchester United finish above Newcastle?
No, right. So here's right. Great point. For me, right. If I say my top, the team straight away. If there's one team to me that is flashing, we are not getting top 6. Yeah, straight away is Chelsea. I don't believe Chelsea get top 6. Okay. I don't feel there's anything about Chelsea right now that ask me about any other team at the top 7 right now, and I will tell you why I think they might get top 4 or top 6. With Chelsea, I can't tell you anything that makes me think they will. Man United, their home form. Man United's home form needs to be spoke on, yeah? Slyly, Old Trafford is becoming a fortress again, yeah? Now, I'm very confident my club will go and kick down the doors and turn that fortress into a playground again. But right now at home, Man United are looking good. They have a manager that definitely looks good. Bruno looked great in the World Cup, things like that. Arsenal, they are where they are. There's no talking on that.
They got rid of Ronaldo.
They've got rid of Ronaldo. That's even better.
Like
Right?
you got rid of Aubameyang.
With Arsenal, bro, for me, Arsenal are getting top 4. I don't want to hear they're not getting top 4.
Let me say this. The only teams that can bother Newcastle from not getting top 4 are Tottenham, Liverpool, Manchester United. Those are the 3 teams. Chelsea are not in this conversation. Chelsea are not in the conversation for Europa League this season. That's how bad they are.
100%.
Yeah, I think
100%. You're absolutely spot on.
We're all in agreement on that then.
But
Liverpool, obviously Liverpool, we know Liverpool.
No.
Anyone that wants
I want to
say
say this right now. Liverpool have a better chance of getting 3rd than not finishing top 4.
Yeah, bro. 100. No, Igal. This is where me and you are on the same wavelength, bro. Yes, this is the thing, and especially if Liverpool get one. I'll keep saying it. If Liverpool get Amrabat, in January, straight away, a lot of their issues are sorted. I know Liverpool fans are adamant they want maybe slightly more forward-minded players, and I think that's a little bit naive of them. I think personally, right now, sometimes you have to just, before you go and buy new pipes, you probably make sure that the leak
World
stop
Cup
leaking.
helps them a lot. Liverpool are the team that benefits the most from that World Cup break.
Yeah.
With injuries, time to now buy players without having to worry about playing so many other games, and the mental state. They were mentally broken. Every player. I think Alisson's going to be back doing the same thing that he was doing. I think Van Dijk's going to be back in form. You're going to see him now more concentrated than ever. I'm even thinking you're going to see Trent and Robertson back in form. And this only issue this Liverpool team have is their midfield is still leaking goals because their defense is not the issue. Their midfield is letting people just run at all their defenders. And I'm going to say this. Trent gets destroyed on social media every day. Who's defending? Who's helping him?
Thank you, bro. This is Igal. This is all I've been saying. Trent is the same Trent, right? He has been for seasons. The difference is no one's fucking helping him, and he's having to get back and do jobs that he's never previously had to do. Amrabat comes in and deals with that. I honestly believe Amrabat comes in and not just Trent. Van Dijk, the whole defense, has not had a rock in front of them. I think Amrabat could come in and be that rock. And cool. Maybe his build-up play is not as good as people like Enzo Fernandez, maybe, but his defensive work is better than them. So I honestly think he's that guy. Listen, people, I just have to say, there's over 100 of you in here right now. The likes are only at about 50.
40, 50. Come on.
Guys, listen, please take 1 second to stop, look below this screen. If the thumb is not lit, then make sure you light it.
Yeah. I have another problem with Liverpool. So we were talking to Grizz the other day, and he said that they're going to the next period with only 2 forwards, Salah and Nunez. Okay.
And Ox.
Liverpool scored 28 goals. 9 of them are against Forest. Their attack, apart from the Forest game, is one of the weakest in the top 6. Salah is not firing enough. Darwin Núñez is not firing enough.
And not passing enough.
Diego Jota is injured. Diaz is injured. Firmino has 2 weeks until he comes back. Okay, tighten the defense. Van Dijk is going to come back and play his Van Dijk thing. Matip is there. Konate is going to come back, I think, fresh from the World Cup. Who's going to score goals? Where is the creativity coming from? I think that Liverpool, their defense conceded 17 goals because their DM, as you said, is not protecting the defense, is not protecting the fullbacks. Who says, based on the now and here, as Daps like to say, Who says their defense is going to get better? 17 goals in 14 games is a terrible ratio for Liverpool.
And let me be clear, City's
we look
defense
at their
isn't looking
opponents,
great either. But
Can we look at their opponents though? Liverpool have faced and had one of the tougher schedules in the first half of the season. They played Arsenal. They played they had a Chelsea game postponed. They played City. They played Newcastle. They played Tottenham. They played all the big teams. Their upcoming schedule post World Cup, in my opinion, is one of the easiest schedules. Let me just name some of these teams.
Yeah, real talk, bro. You're spot on again.
They have Aston Villa, Leicester, Brentford, Wolves, Brighton, Chelsea, Wolves, Everton, and then it gets difficult when they start getting Liverpool.
And this is it. And then, because everyone's focusing on who Arsenal have got, but I can tell you from a City point of view that our run-in's not great at the moment. Our next 8 games, is not easy. So you're spot on with that as well. Listen, people saying that there's a few comments I know saying that Liverpool need attacking players, and most just touched on that. I do get that. I'm not discrediting the fact that Liverpool need attacking players, right? At all. However, for me personally, the most important thing is not saying it's the only thing. The most important thing is sorting out the leaking goals. Now, I don't look at your defense and think right now that is screaming out, we need new defenders. Yeah. It's very, very, very obvious you need a new DM, right? A DM that does the dog work, yeah? Now, do you then need DMs? Do you need maybe 8s round him that can advance the... Yeah, probably. Do you need a winger? Yeah, probably, because of the injuries. But you need someone... If you don't need a defensive-minded DM, then that tells me, Liverpool fans, your defence is shit. Because I'm saying your defence isn't shit. I'm saying your defence is fine. You just need a proper DM in front of them. Now, if you're telling me you need forward plays, you don't need a dogged DM, you're telling me ultimately your defence is shit.
This is... Okay, so Liverpool, to be honest, I think if they... I'm going to keep saying this. 19 games in, if they're not within touching distance from the top 4, they're going to struggle.
Bro, no. Mo, I said this before. Go back 2 years ago.
That's 2 years ago.
Bro, I hear you, but bro, 2 years ago...
Henderson was younger 2 years ago. Van Dijk was younger 2 years ago.
All of
Salah
that.
was 2 years
all
younger.
of that, I hear you. But, bro, you can't discredit a team that we did not think would make top 4 and finish 3rd.
I'm not discrediting
right?
them. I think there are no signs now. I'm not discrediting Liverpool.
When we were saying...
I'm just saying...
No
Chelsea.
signs. So you need signs.
Chelsea. Okay, let me ask you.
No. Let
Why
me
you
ask
don't
you.
have the same energy
Before we
for
move
Chelsea?
on, I do. I've told you.
Okay, you just said that Chelsea are not going to make top 4.
Right. So here's the reason, bro. Because there's no. I asked for signs. I need signs, right? With Chelsea, I said this. There's no signs. I see nothing about Chelsea. With Liverpool, we just played them, bro. I see it. They beat us earlier in the season, bro. When they were shit, they stepped up and beat us. I've still seen signs with Liverpool. And with them the other day, you want to see signs. We were watching the City-Liverpool game and we were going, Salah's done... You said Salah's done absolutely nothing. I said, that's the thing with a player like Salah.
And then he popped up.
He popped up, right? This is the thing with Liverpool. We can't... You know what? It's all about credit in the bank. And right now, Liverpool have enough credit in the bank for us to not discredit them because they earned that right. Man City, we're currently 5 points behind Arsenal. Who do you think is going to win the league?
City.
Right, why? Because we've got credit in the bank and we have form.
Yes.
That's what we do. Same thing with Liverpool. We can't discredit.
But I'll be naive if it's 20 games, Arsenal is still top with 7 points or 5 points ahead, and I say, no, they won't win the league. Leicester did
but
it.
bro, there's so many games. How many games
Exactly.
left in this? Liverpool.
So, good segue to Arsenal. Your club. I know you want... Everybody's talking about one thing, Igal. Oh, Jesus injury, right? But I think that Arteta is actually similar to Pep in the way of it doesn't matter who plays, the wheel keeps going. It doesn't matter who plays.
Is that what you think?
I think so. This season, it didn't matter who starts. It's just the wheel is happening. You're lucky that you had your starters for 14 games you played. But I think, do you think the same? Do you think the wheel is just going to keep going no matter who starts? It's a system. It's not individual players' brilliance. It's just a system that goes, which is
I think
it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. System is great. System means somebody goes out, somebody comes in, the wheel is happening, it's in motion, the truck is going.
Do you think Arteta's earned the right for it to be called Arteta ball or a system?
Let me just say this. Everyone, I seen Ty's what was it, TikTok on Never FL, that he said, come February, City will be ahead of Arsenal. No, come Jesus' injury, if City are not ahead of us, we're winning this league. If he returns and you guys aren't ahead of us, come Jesus' return, we're winning this league.
So you're discrediting City's form now?
No, I'm not discrediting City's form. Everyone's forgetting. There's only 5. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, 5 games from now until February. Jesus is scheduled to return in February based on the timeline of his injury. Number 1. Number 2, you guys have a tough schedule. You play a lot of top 6 teams.
Yeah, agreed.
You would have to go perfect. We would have to drop at least 2 to 3 games. Everyone is expecting us to drop points, but no one's expecting you to drop any points. That is unrealistic.
Oh, I am.
No, I'm saying everyone who's expecting you guys to overtake us quickly.
I'm not. I think honest, Egal, my message to you would be the same as, like I always say, City in January often aren't top, bro. Right? So, and remember, we're quite a few games behind this year, yeah? Bro, if you think by the end of January this league could be, bro, listen, I don't care if we're not top till March, rude boy, yeah? We don't... City play over 38 games. Not 25, not 30, not 35, 38 games. There's leagues we haven't been top till like the last couple of games of the season. I get it, I hear it, but Jesus could return. Firstly, I was hearing Jesus was out for months.
Listen, his injury is not that bad. All it is, he had similar injury at Man City. He was out for 54. He was out for 12 games and 54 days.
Was that his first? Was it? Oh, is it the same as his first ever injury? Yes, the one he got.
It was a metacarpal MCL injury, similar to what he had at Man City. He only missed 54 days when he was at Man City.
Yeah, I know which one you mean.
A similar issue here. Originally, he wasn't even going to have surgery for it. He went to the World Cup knowing that he had some sort of nick on that knee. But then he played in the World Cup, he got injured, and it further extended his injury. Now, what I'm going to say might sound like a hot take, but Manchester City are not going to overtake us come February.
I don't think we will. I agree with you. I agree with you. It's not a hot take.
It's almost mathematically difficult to expect a team that has only dropped points, 4 times this season? No, 5 points this whole season, which is 1 loss, 1 draw, to now lose 3 out of the next 5. That's really...
the only thing I would say is, right, so I agree with you, by the way. I don't expect City to overtake Arsenal by the end of January. I think anyone that thinks that hasn't looked at fixtures properly.
No, right? But we're not playing... 1 second. Someone in the comments just said we're playing Europa League. Neither us or Man City play European football until, February.
Yeah, so, look, let's ignore all of that, right? If you look at City's fixtures, you look at Arsenal's fixtures, I totally get why you're saying City might not overtake Arsenal till the end of till in January. I agree with you, bro. I don't expect us to. I don't mind if we don't, right? Because
this is not January, guys. Guys, you finish every season.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Every season, guys, December is already played 21 games. We played 14 games. This January this year is the end of February.
Bro, do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I know we play each other. I think we play each other at the Emirates at some point in January, don't we? Or is it early February? No, it's February. It's February.
We play each other in February when and Jesus is expected to be back by then.
Right. So by the time we play you, I would not be surprised if we're still 5 points behind you.
I think 5 points is a little bit of a stretch, but I would say
no. Looking at our running, I don't believe it is, bro. But hold on, we've got a tough running. So I'm saying, right, if I'll put a statement out to you right now. And firstly, this is not what I'm basing us on winning the league on. However, I will put the statement out that if we catch up with you by the end of January, looking at the teams we have to play between now and the end of January, you have no fucking chance of winning the league. That's what I'll say. Like, because I don't expect to catch up with you by the end of January, because looking at our teams, that's a tough fucking run-in. If we get that through that run-in and pick up points on you and go into February equal or ahead of you on points, you have absolutely no chance of winning this league, yeah? Because City come alive late February,
Let me say one more
March,
thing.
April, May.
You're one injury away from capitulating this whole league.
Bro, you're...
What?
Bro, you're...
Whose injury?
What, so... And you're not... Come on, bro. Let's not do this.
Whose injury?
Listen, just like everyone keeps saying Jesus' injury is massive for us, we know for a fact if Haaland gets injured, I get Alvarez's quality.
No.
I get it.
No.
Absolutely quality.
Oh, no. Where's he gone? No, where's he gone? Igal, you can't do that and disappear.
He didn't. Oh, he exited the room. His connection.
Igal, right. I can't believe you just did that.
He just.
You can't have done that on purpose, right? You can't have done that on purpose.
I think his connection is gone.
Igal, you'll be back with us in a second. I can't believe he just said that City, and the naivety of to say Haaland injury. Listen, I get we are in this era of TikTok, people no longer watching games, people looking at phones and running off with that.
He came back.
Ah, he's back.
I'll
Bring him back in.
I'll add him.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. Let me just.
Yeah. 1 sec, bro. He's going to bring you back in. That was mad. That was mad timing. Right. So, Igal, what you just said about Haaland, right? That's naive, bro. Like I know you watch football. I know you've seen us the last 2 seasons.
I literally said I had a whole take. The screen just went blank. I don't know what's going on with the system. But listen, hear me out. I respect your team and I get how good your team is, but you've changed the way you play football to suit Haaland, and he is the focal point of your attack. If you lose Haaland, you're going to have to rejig and reformat the whole team. And you know the reason why you guys start poorly at the beginning of every season is because Pep is tinkering and changing things around.
Yeah.
So if you're doing that mid-season in a situation where you're trying to catch up to somebody and you have a Haaland injury, you cannot even though you have all the quality in the world, even though you have all these things, and yes, it also applies to us, but I'm just applying the same logic to you. You said,
so bro,
I hear you. If come January we catch up to you, you're gonna win the league. Fine. If it comes down to now to the end of the season and we're still ahead of you, and Haaland gets injured, you're not catching us.
Bro, so firstly, yeah, I hear what you're saying about the tinkering, that we'd have to tinker again, but again, you're discrediting the fact that we are a group of players, yeah, that know how to react. We are a group of players that know how to come alive to win things, yeah. We've seen in 2 years ago, De Bruyne, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, getting an injury, right? All of a sudden. What happened? Gundogan said, no problem. I'll step up. I'll be the false nine, right? If you think, and this isn't about the system, this is about the players you have playing the system. Our system's that good that we do have players that go, no problem, I know how to do this. At the moment, there's still players in our team that haven't quite got up to speed with the whole Haaland thing because they're still used to the false nine. If you think we can't switch back to that, but also, there's a massive player you are forgetting, brother.
I mentioned Alvarez.
I didn't hear. Right, so Haaland gets injured. What, you don't think Alvarez can step in and do a job?
He's not the same type of player. I personally
He's not the same type of player, but come on, bro.
Personally, I think you should be playing Foden, Alvarez, and Haaland.
What we all think.
Yeah.
We do sometimes as well.
And I think personally, Pep Guardiola overthinks things. And if Haaland gets injured, he's going to overthink things, change up the lineups too much, and you guys are going to be your own demise. The only person who can stop City right now is yourselves. And the reason why I say it's yourselves is because either injuries or overthinking things or making mistakes yourselves can
Igal. Firstly, for you to speak on anything that Pep does, understand your manager that you've got faith in carrying you over the line, learn everything he needed to learn from this manager. Hold on, let me finish. Secondly, bro, when you say overthink things, I agree with you. The best managers in the world overthink things. If they don't, they underthink things. So what you're putting your faith in is those couple of games, and we have to say couple of games because look at our track record under Pep Guardiola. We have to say those games he has overthought things.
You lost.
Please speak on the games he's overthought things and we've won.
You want me to give you an example?
There's a million games he's overthought things and we've won, right? So you want to focus on the couple of games he's overthought and we've lost.
No, I'm not saying that you're going to overthink things and not potentially win. But I'm just saying that he does overthink things. And if you do have a major injury, there's going to be a lot of tinkering, a lot of changes, and that only you guys yourselves can stop yourselves from not achieving this league. I'm not saying Arsenal are going to.
Did Arteta overthink the United game when you went a goal down?
No, but 1 second, you're getting defensive now, and you're pushing.
No. We're having a debate, so that is.
No, it's not a debate about Arteta versus Klopp or Pep. That is ridiculous. I'm not putting Arteta on the same level as Pep. You are doing that as a City fan. You're trying to bring Pep down to Arteta.
No. We're talking about Arsenal and City and who's going to win the title race. Do we have to speak on both managers?
If you guys have better players and you have this generational talent in Haaland, if Haaland gets injured and he's one of the best players in the world football, you don't expect your team to drop off massively. Come on, that's ridiculous.
No, I don't, bro. Because De Bruyne is spoke on. Example, De Bruyne is spoke on as the best midfielder in the world, right? He dropped off, Gundogan stepped in, and we won the league. So we have players that can step in.
I have to tell you one thing. I just have to tell you one thing, Igal. The thing about Haaland, instead of winning 4-0, they're going to win 2-0. It's as simple as that.
No, but I think that's naive to expect a team that has Haaland, who's considered one of the best players, and then bring in Alvarez and say Alvarez is the same level as Haaland.
The thing about it, Haaland.
No, I expect Pep to make it work.
Exactly. The thing about Haaland is not the guy who creates his own chances. He does by running, but other players serve him. The people that serve him can serve Alvarez. And I have seen Alvarez in the World Cup, and he can do good in this team. Listen, Man City scored 30-something goals in 14 games. They're plus more than 2 goals a game. I think they can still win the games without a big margin, but they can get it over the line in most games. I'm not saying they're going to win every game. No team will win every game, but they're not going to struggle as much as you want to put it.
They're
not.
They have 40 goals this season.
40 already.
18 of them are from Haaland. You're
telling me. Igal, please, brother. Why are you focusing on this season?
I am focusing on this season because we're talking about the here and now. We're not talking about City from last year.
No problem, but we have to talk about the pedigree. We have to talk about how knowing what to do. We have to talk about the fact that we can change back.
But personnel has changed.
Is Eddie Nketiah going to step in and do Jesus' job?
No.
And right, so you're going to adapt, right? Are you going to adapt, Igal?
That's why I'm worried. That's why I'm worried to a certain degree.
Bro, honestly, you're underestimating Pep and the experienced players at Manchester City.
I feel like you know that there's a possibility that if Haaland gets injured.
No, bro. Do you know, Igal, you did shows with me all through the summer. I had my concerns about Haaland, bro. Bro, do you know what's mad is a lot of people have asked the question this season, do I think that if City reverted back to the false 9, that we might actually be better than we are at the moment, right? But now that don't suit this agenda you're coming with right now. So we're not talking on that.
The game's about to start.
Okay.
We're going to continue. Listen, people, me and Igal are going to start a weekly show, not just on City and Arsenal, but on everything. So this will carry on all season.
Shout out to Wolves F5 for the super chat. Thank you so much for your support. It's already there.
Perfect.
It's on the screens. Thank you so much. Always supporting the channel. We really appreciate your support. But Igal, we'll talk again. But for now, I want to go see the Premier League because I missed the Premier League and I'm sure you do too. Yes. But thank you so much for coming on with us.
We'll continue this every week.
It's absolutely phenomenal.
No worries, man. You have a good one.
Love, man. We'll see you soon.
Right, people. That was good.
That was great. And I want to go watch the game.
Yeah.
And I know that you want to, but please stay on this video. It will redirect you to enough watch-alongs for the watch-along that we're going to do in the 3 o'clock game. It's going to be me and Daps doing all the games. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. We're going to update you. We're going to work the Leicester City Newcastle game. But make sure to hit that like button, please, for us before you leave. And make sure to check the description to subscribe to the new channel. But wait for this show to end It will redirect you to the other show. Hit that like button there and set up the notification. From all of us here at Never Foul, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us, people. And hopefully we'll see you soon.
3 p.m. NAF watch-alongs.